Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, selamat pagi, salam sejahtera. Okay, today for Financial Accounting 1, okay, what we will cover is for topic recording process actually, still in recording process. And what we'll cover for today is for recording process, the last subtopic in recording process, which is preparation of financial statement. What we have to prepare is statement of profit or loss and comprehensive income, and also statement of financial position, SPLOCHI and SOFP. Okay. 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 Siapa ada bersama-sama dengan Madam? Okay, Muhammad Amir Sharif Okay, Muhammad Amir Sharif. Alright. Hello Madam. Hi, hello. Assalamualaikum. Okay, yang lain siapa lagi yang bersama dengan Madam boleh? Okay, Alhamdulillah dengar. Okay, hi Alan. Waalaikumsalam Rauzah. Okay. Okay, Madam nak raikan dulu before we start class. Before we start our lesson, okay, all the comments. Okay. Waalaikumsalam Nadia. Waalaikumsalam Aiman. Waalaikumsalam Adriana. Waalaikumsalam Malik. Okey, Fatihah ya saya Madam Batrisha. Okey. Alright. Okay. Okay. I will proceed to explain what is actually financial statement. What is actually two component, okay, that we have to cover in financial statement. The first one is statement of comprehensive income. Okay, statement of profit or loss and comprehensive income. Okay, previously we call SOCHI, but now we change already the terms to SPLOCHI. Alright. Okay. So what is actually statement of profit or loss or SPLOCHI? Okay, this statement is one of the major financial statement used by accountants and business owner. This topic will discuss the purpose of SOCHI or SPLOCHI actually, and the format of SPLOCHI and how it's actually to prepare SPLOCHI. Okay. Okay. We go one by one. The first one is introduction part. Okay, this is the introduction part for SPLOCHI. Financial statement are the final product of the accounting process. Users of accounting information must be able to read and understand these financial statement. In order to read them, we have to understand the basic terms and categories of items shown and presented in the statements. But how do we arrive at the items and amounts that make up the financial statement? Macam mana kita boleh sampai ataupun kita boleh jadikan item-item yang ada tu menjadi financial statement. So there are 4 financial statement. They are generally prepared by management of a business. Ada 4 actually. Okay, for this course, we only focus on how to prepare statement of comprehensive income or statement of profit or loss and comprehensive income, and another one is statement of financial position. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so at the end of the lesson for SPLOCHI, you have to explain at the end of the lesson, all of you should be able to explain the purpose of preparing statement of profit or loss and comprehensive income, and also you'll be able to prepare statement of profit and loss and comprehensive income from information given in the trial balance. Okay, from the information given in the trial balance. Okay, at the recording process part, previously we already prepared trial balance. Okay, we already prepared trial balance. Okay, from the first accounting process is we receive the documents. The second one, what we have to do is we posting to the first book of original entry, which is journal and cash book, and then we posting to ledger, we close all the account, and the last one we prepare trial balance. But now after trial balance, we come out to prepare another one statement, which is statement of profit or loss and comprehensive income. So that's why we will prepare this statement from the information from trial balance, from the information given in the trial balance. Okay. So what is actually statement of comprehensive income or statement of profit or loss? Okay. Splotchy present the revenue and expenses. This statement will present the revenue and expenses. Okay, that will resulting either we get net profit or net loss from the business for a specific period of time. What means by specific period of time means that when we preparing for last year 2020, okay, 2020 means that for 2020 we want to calculate what is actually the business result, either net profit or net losses. Okay, that means by for specific period of time. The primary focus of Sprochi is to report the success of profitability of the business operation over a specified period of time. Okay, the statement comprehensive income is composed of the following two elements. Okay, these elements is very important in this Sprochi. The first one is income. What is actually income? What the business have earned over a period. Apa yang business telah perolehi sepanjang, contohnya kalau kita nak buat 2020, sepanjang tahun 2020. For example, we have sales revenue, dividend income, commission received, rent revenue, okay, royalty, okay, discount received, okay, all of this is under income, okay, under revenue of the business. Okay, the second part, the second element is expenses. What is actually expenses, class? Okay, expenses, the cost incurred by the business over a period. Okay, for example, we have salaries, expenses, we have wages, expenses, rent expenses, water and electricity, insurance expenses. Okay, what else that we have? Me, Machinery, okay, it's not machinery, renovation, okay, renovation expenses, okay, repair and expenses, okay, repair for machinery, it's not machinery expenses, repair for machinery, okay, and all of expenses that we have for that accounting period for along the year for 2020, okay, for that period. Okay, so that's when we get a net profit or loss is arrived by deducting expenses from income. Okay, how we can get, either we get net profit or loss, income, okay, from the total income will be deducting, okay, with the expenses. Income minus expenses will result either we get net profit or net loss. Okay. So that we already know the purpose of preparing splotchy, but how to prepare splotchy? How to prepare splotchy? We have to know the format of the splotchy first. So let's look the format of splotchy first. Okay, this is the format. Okay. Okay, I give you um, 30 seconds to review this format, okay, from the top to bottom. Okay, I will look at the comment in the YouTube comment. Okay, any question you want to ask, you can ask now. Okay. Regarding the format. Okay. We have 37 in our live now, 37 students. Okay, should be more. We have 20, should be 50 students. Okay. Where is the rest? Where is the 13 of student? Okay. Okay, siapa yang ada lagi dengan madam ni? Aiman, Adriana, Farhan, Ainul Mardia, Imanina, Syafika, Dina, Syuhada, Dainil Haikal, Rafiz, Safira, Edi, Hasif, Izzati, Husna, Ain again. Okay, Adham, Alia. Now who else? Azri, okay, Iza, Rauda. Yohanis, Syafika Husna, Faris Imran, Firas Ilman, Iza. Okay, any one of you, can you type at the comment now what is actually a statement of profit or loss and comprehensive income? Why we have to prepare Splochi? Any one of you? Why we have to prepare Splochi? Why we have to prepare Splochi? Any one of you can answer my question? Muhammad Farhan, untuk tahu untung ke rugi nak cepat sangat sampai salah dia punya spelling. To find net profit or net loss, it's not actually we want to find the net profit. Kalau kita punya expenses more than revenue, then we get net loss. Okay, to know whether to find net profit or net loss. Okay, good. Alright, okay, good. Okay, we continue. Mama Aiman, penyata pendapatan. Okay, ini masih lagi dalam apa ni SPM punya. Penyata pendapatan untung rugi untuk mencari untung atau rugi bersih. That's we call in Malay. But what we call in English is we want to calculate either we get net profit or net loss. Okay, this is the purpose of what we have to preparing statement of financial statement of profit or loss and comprehensive income. Okay, so we continue. Okay, this is actually the format. Okay, the start from the top of the statement, which is we have topics of the statement. Okay, in this topic, at the topic, what we have to write here is the title of the statement is the Splochi should include the heading with contents the following item: name of business, title of the statement, and time period covered by statement. These three items should be included in the heading of the statement. Okay, dekat atas, the top of the statement, kepala dia, head dia mesti ada name of business, title of business, and also time period covered by the statement. Okay, for example now we have Kedai Mesra Rakyat Enterprise, name of the business, and the title of the statement of comprehensive income, and also the period of the statement for the year ended 31st December 2016. Okay, so at the top, okay, next, okay, the first criteria is not the first, the first part of the Splochi is the revenue part. Okay, the main revenue part. Okay, the main revenue part, for example, Kedai Mesra Rakyat ni dia buat apa? Dia buat jualan kedai lah, jualan kedai. Dia buat kedai, maybe dia buat kedai runcit. Okay, Kedai Mesra Rakyat, dia buat kedai runcit. Okay, apa dia punya main sales dia adalah Dia buat jualan lah, jualan barang-barang dalam kedai lah. Okay, jualan runcit. Okay, so dia punya main sales adalah, main revenue adalah sales, hasil jualan. So yang warna pink ni, the pink colour ni, ini adalah main activity dia. Okay, so sales adalah 321,815 minus return inward. What return inward, or what we call, or another term is sales return, pulangan jualan ataupun pulangan masuk. Kita dah jual barang kepada customer, kita dah jual sama ada secara tunai ataupun secara kredit kepada customer. What happens? Customer return back to us the goods. Maybe because damage, maybe because wrong specification, wrong brand. So that's return to us. This is we call return inward. So return inward, dia akan mengurangkan nilai sales. Okay, that's why net sales akan berkurang lah. Net sales will be reduced. Okay, how to calculate net sales? Sales 321,815 minus return inwards 20,000, so equal to 301,815. Okay, this is the first part, the pink area. The second part is the blue area. What's covered by blue area is actually we want to calculate the cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold. What is actually cost of goods sold? Okay, sekarang ni the previous part warna pink ni kita dah jual berapa? 301,815. Okay, so now kita nak calculate berapa sebenarnya cost yang kita telah keluarkan untuk hasil jualan yang kita dapat pada RM301,815 ni. Okay, if you still remember in the previous week, in the previous class, I asked you to understand carefully, okay, how to prepare, how is actually this format. Okay, macam mana sebenarnya format ni dia terjadi, macam mana format ni dia susunan dia macam ni. Kenapa sales tu dekat atas, kenapa warna pink tu dekat situ, kenapa warna biru tu dekat situ, kenapa nanti warna hijau tu dekat situ, kenapa warna orange dekat situ. Okay, so you have to understand carefully. Okay, you have to know the history or the story behind the statement. Okay, you kena faham apa cerita di sebalik statement ni. Okay, that's why I will explain all of you, okay, the story behind the statement. Okay, so now kenapa kita kena calculate cost of goods sold? Okay, what is actually we calculate in cost of goods sold ni? Okay, actually kita calculate adalah berapa sebenarnya cost yang kita telah keluarkan untuk hasil jualan yang kita dah dapat dekat atas ni. Kita dapat 301,815. But berapa cost yang kita dah keluarkan? Sama ke 300,000? Kalau sama tak ada untung, tak ada rugi lah. Okay, break even. Kurang ke? Kalau kurang mungkin akan ada untung. Lebih ke? Kalau lebih confirm rugi. Okay. So sebenarnya berapa contohnya kalau sales tu kita jual, contoh medium ada pen. This is the pen. Okay, pen ni bernilai RM2. Okay, so RM2 adalah sales. So medium nak calculate sekarang ni, medium nak calculate berapa sebenarnya cost of goods sold pen ni. Apa medium buat ke pen ni? Kalau medium buat, medium akan kira daripada dia punya raw material lah, bahan mentah semua, tapi medium tak buat, medium beli je. Okay, medium beli daripada wholesaler atau daripada kilang terus. Berapa medium beli? RM1. Termasuklah dengan kos-kos penghantaran apa semua-semua tu RM1. Okay, so medium jual balik RM1. So berapa medium punya cost of goods sold? Only RM1 lah. Cost dia hanya RM1. So you kena faham sebenarnya apa dia cost of goods sold, baru you boleh faham apa inti dalam cost of goods sold tu. So RM1 yang medium dah bayar ni termasuklah kos penghantaran, termasuklah kalau medium beli ni daripada luar negara ada dikenakan cukai. Okay, termasuklah kos penghantaran dia sekali medium kena tanggung. Contohnya lori nak hantar tu supplier tak boleh maksudnya kita kena tanggung dia punya kos penghantaran. So this is also masuk dalam pengiraan cost of goods sold. Termasuk jugalah berapa bilangan opening inventory pen yang medium dah sedia ada, dan berapa akhir tu tak semua pen kemungkinan medium akan boleh jual. So at last nanti pada 31 Disember 2016 ada lagi nilai pen yang tak berjaya dijual. Okay, itu adalah closing inventory. Nampak tak? Sebab kita kena tolak jugalah dengan nilai closing inventory sebab itu tak berjaya dijual, masih ada lagi dalam kedai. Tak boleh dah masuk dalam perkiraan kita punya cost of goods sold. Okay, tapi opening inventory. Madam, kenapa opening inventory kena ada? Kenapa opening inventory kena ada? Sebab apa yang kita jual sepanjang tahun tu termasuk dengan inventory pada tahun lepasnya. Contohnya madam dah ada pen biru ni. Madam dah ada pen biru ni as opening inventory. So madam beli lagi yang baru. Madam beli lagi yang baru jadi 3. Okay. So ini adalah nilai belian pada ini adalah opening inventory. Okay, pen biru ni adalah opening inventory. So madam beli lagi 2 lagi ni. Okay, 2 lagi pen ni, anggap je lah pensel ni pen. Beli lagi 2 pen ni. Okay, so berapa nilai belian tahun 2020? 2 ni. Tapi apa yang kemungkinan madam akan jual? Kemungkinan madam akan jual 3-3 ni. Kemungkinan. Tapi tak semua dijual. Ada yang tinggal. Contohnya ni yang tertinggal. So ini adalah inventory akhir. Sebab tu kita kena tolak. Ini adalah inventory akhir. This is closing inventory. Sebab tu kita kena tolak. So berapa sebenarnya yang madam berjaya jual? 2 ni je yang madam berjaya jual. So nilai kos ni je yang madam kena kira. Berapa kos pen merah ni? Berapa kos pen biru ni? RM1 mungkin tambah dengan lagi RM1. So RM2. So this is cost of goods sold. Termasuklah dia punya kos penghantaran semua sekali mak nenek semua dalam ni. Okay? Faham tak cerita cost of goods sold? Okay? Sekejap madam tengok komen. Faham tak cerita cost of goods sold ni? You kena faham sebab dekat bahagian statement of comprehensive income paling susah you nak faham, paling susah you nak hafal format dekat cost of goods sold. Percayalah cakap madam. Betul atau tidak? Okay? Okay? Faham. Very good. Jelas. Okay? So you kena faham cerita ni. So bila madam suruh cerita, nanti cerita balik apa yang madam cerita tentang sebatang pen biru, merah dengan pensel ni. Okay? Kalau you boleh imagine, sebab tu madam suka bercerita. Okay? Sebab kalau you ingat balik cerita ni, you akan faham. Okay? Okay, Edi faham. Alia faham. Ain faham. Wani faham. Okay, Izzati faham. Safira faham. Okay, very good. Okay. So, bila kita continue. Okay, so dah dapat dah. So, sebab itulah kita kena tambah dengan opening inventory. Lepas tu tambah dengan purchases. Purchases ni apa? Nilai yang kita belilah. Apa yang madam tunjuk tadi, nilai yang kita beli sepanjang tahun. Ni yang kita beli dua batang pen ni lagi. Okay, lepas tu tapi tolak pula return inwards. Okay, kemungkinan di antara yang 2 kita beli ni ada yang tersalah, ada yang tersilap. So kita pulang balik dengan supplier. Okay, kita pulang balik kat supplier, so tinggallah net purchases. Okay, tambah carriage inwards, duty on purchases. Ini belanja-belanja yang kita kedai mesra rakyat enterprise ni kena tanggung lah sepanjang maksudnya dalam proses pembelian ni apa lagi kos-kos yang kita kena keluarkan. So itu adalah kita panggil additional cost of purchases. Kos-kos tambahan untuk nilai belian yang kita telah beli ni. Okay, contohnya kat sini adalah carriage inward, angkutan masuk, duties on purchases. Okay, cukai And then what we have to do is we minus closing inventory. Sebab closing inventory tu yang kita tak boleh jadi jual. Kita sekarang ni nak calculate on the cost of goods yang kita dah jual. Cost of goods sold. Okay, so that's why we have to minus inventory. So what is the value of the cost of goods sold? Only 169,900. So kat sini we can calculate the purple part here. The purple part is actually we want to calculate the gross profit. How to calculate gross profit class? Okay, net sales yang dapat dekat pink atas tu number 2, 301,815 minus cost of goods sold. Okay, 169,900 so equal to 131,910. Okay, so we get net gross profit here. Okay, so what we have to do next is we have to add others revenue. That's why when I explain to you the first part here, warna pink ni madam kata apa? The main revenue, hasil utama, the main revenue. So sebab kita ada juga others revenue. Okay, what is others example of others revenue? Selain daripada discount receive ni, we actually have rent receive, commission receive, interest revenue, dividend receive, royalty also. Okay, termasuk dalam revenue item. So we have to add up all this. Okay. Tambah dekat mana? Tambah dengan gross profit. So we'll get 132,815. Okay, the last part, the orange color now, this is the second important elements in the flow chart. The second important elements in the flow chart, which is expenses. This is expenses part. All the expenses we have to put here. Okay, example as expenses, carriage outward, rates, wages and salaries, insurance expenses, water and electricity, discount allowed. So we have to total up here. Okay, the total is 76,450. Okay, another example of expenses here. This is another example of expenses. We also have utility expenses, electricity, advertisement, repair expenses, insurance, interest expenses, rent expenses, and also commission expenses. Alright? Okay, another example of expenses. So, how to get the final value, either net profit or net loss? What we have to do is, we have to compare the gross profit plus others revenue, 132,815. Okay, this figure, we have to minus the total expenses. Okay, gross profit tadi tambah dengan others revenue 900 minus dengan all expenses. So we get 56,365. Okay, this is our net profit. Okay, why we get net profit? Because our expenses is less than our gross profit plus revenue. Okay, when our revenue less than our expenses, bila kita punya revenue kurang pula daripada expenses, that we get net loss. Net loss. Okay, hopefully you can understand carefully and understand the story behind the statement. So get easier to you to remember this format. Okay, class. Okay, next what we have to do is, okay, this is the format of splotchy activity. Okay. Okay, activity. Before we continue the next lesson in preparing splotchy, let's write this activity. Classify the following items into cost of goods sold, revenue, or expenses. Okay, let's classify. Expenses. Expenses is under reinsurance expenses is under either cost of goods sold item, revenue item, or expenses item. So still remember, insurance expenses is under expenses item. Rent revenue, revenue item. Carriage inwards under cost of goods sold. Purchases under cost of goods sold. Rent expenses under expenses. Carriage outward, okay, we have two carriage. The first one is carriage inward, is under cost of goods sold. But now is carriage outward, angkutan keluar. Okay, this is not related to purchases item. So that this is falls under expenses. Opening inventory is related when we calculate the cost of goods sold. Closing inventory also under cost of goods sold. Discount allowed is expenses item. We give discount to our account receivable or customer. Salaries and wages also expenses. Rates, expenses. Interest revenue, revenue item. Discount received, revenue. Water and electricity class. Okay, how about water and electricity? The expenses. Commission received, revenue. Duty on purchases. The keyword is purchases. So cost of goods sold item. Okay, 16/16 cards. Correct. Yay, very good. Okay, now how to prepare splotchy. Okay, how to prepare splotchy. This is actually a video. Okay, video taken. Okay, on how to prepare splotchy when you when you have you are given the trial balance. Okay, so the first step is actually select the related item from the trial balance to be recorded into the statement of comprehensive income. Okay, I'm not sure either you can hear or not the audio of this video. Let's try first. You can hear or not? Please respond at the comment. Dengar tak? Oh, tak jelas. Slow. Okay, never mind. This link is I already given to you in the WhatsApp group. You can hear this video after our lesson in YouTube Live. Okay? Okay, I will explain what is actually the audio inside. Okay. Okay, what is actually this video asks you to do? Okay, sampai sini. Okay. If you notice the highlighted in the green color, the items related to the statement of statement of profit or loss. From the trial balance given to you, okay, or daripada trial balance yang you dah memang dah buat. Okay, previously kita dah ada 2-3 trial balance yang kita ada, 2 tak silap, daripada 2 recording process. Kita dah ada sediakan 2 trial balance. Okay, daripada 2 trial balance tu, what we have to do is we have to select item-item yang masuk dalam splotchy saja. We have to highlight which items is appear in the splotchy. Macam mana nak tahu, madam, how to know which item yang masuk dalam splotchy? Tadi kita dah belajar previously. Madam dah explain dah apa item-item yang masuk dalam splotchy. So when you go through the trial balance, so capital is not splotchy item, motor vehicle is not splotchy item, features and FT also not splotchy item. Same goes to accumulated depreciation, bukan juga. Purchases, yes. That's why we highlighted purchases. Sales, yes. Dia akan ada dekat splotchy. Inventory, opening inventory, yes. That's why we highlighted here. Return outward, yes. Carriage inward, yes. Until discount received. Okay, and also at the following additional information, we also have closing inventory value. That's closing inventory value also included in our splotchy. Okay, ini maksudnya yang ada dalam apa nama ni, statement of step 1 ni lah. Okay, step 2, apa yang ada dalam step 2? Okay, dia dah asingkan siap-siap. Okay, yang mana yang dia highlightkan tu? Okay, you tak payahlah nak asingkan. Ni sebab madam nak memudahkan macam mana nak transfer to the format of splotchy. Okay, sebelah kiri yang warna hijau ni adalah trial balance yang madam dah pilih. Kanan ni adalah format of splotchy. So video ni, okay, tak apa, you dengar je video ni tanpa suara ataupun dengar melalui suara madam. Okay, tengok dia transfer one by one. Okay, the mention, the statement must have a title. Okay. Okay, this statement include of 4 column of statement, 4 column. The first column is for particulars. The next 3 column is for amount. Okay, next, what we have to transfer is the first part is sales, main sales. Okay, sales 321,000 minus return inward, so equal to net sales. And now what we have to record is for cost of goods sold part. Opening inventory, purchases, minus return outwards. Okay, and then net purchases 175,100. And then we have to add carriage inward. What is the carriage inward? 1,850. Okay, add duty on purchases, 450. And minus closing inventory at the additional information. And then we arrive at the cost of goods sold value here. Okay, how to calculate gross profit? We have to minus net sales with 169,900 cost of goods sold. Then we get the gross profit 131,915 plus others revenue 900 discount received. Yes, and then we have to put down here all the expenses that we have, that Kedai Remesa Rakyat Enterprise have. Carriage outwards, rates, wages and salaries, insurance, water and electricity, and discount allowed. Total up all the expenses, and then we get 76,450. Okay, how to get net profit value? Gross profit 131,915 plus 900 minus total expenses. And then we get net profit 56,365. Okay. That's for step 2. Okay, before we move to the next activity, let's answer this question. Okay, you have to answer this question. Okay, all of this question after we end the YouTube live session. All right, so please answer this question. Okay, and screenshot, and then you have to submit in the link in the Google form. Okay, that's I will give you after the class. Okay, all same goes to quizzes here. Okay, you also have to submit. Okay, all the you have to answer first. There are 4 questions here. Okay, and then submit and also screenshot your marks and upload in the Google form. Okay, any question? Okay, that's only for the first part. We will proceed to the next part. Is for statement of financial position, SOFP. We have another 15 minutes. Okay, any question? Any question you want to ask? No question. Okay, no question. Okay, we will proceed to the next. Okay, share screen. Statement of financial position. Okay, so next is statement of financial position. Okay, the second statement under financial statement that we have to cover, which is statement of financial position. Okay, SOFP. What is actually SOFP? Okay, SOFP is actually, okay, this is the introduction. Introduction same with the Sprochi. Okay, now, okay, let's begin with this video. Okay, I'm not sure either you...
A balance sheet is a statement of the
clear or not?
assets, liabilities, and equity of the business or other organization at a particular point in time. A balance sheet can also be described as a snapshot of a company's financial condition. A balance sheet is broken up into 3 sections: assets, liabilities, and equity. The difference between the assets and the liabilities is the equity of the company, also known as net assets, net worth, or capital. So, you're starting a business. You go to the bank and get a loan. On your balance sheet, this loan shows as a liability, as it has to be repaid to the bank. It also shows as an asset for the same amount, as you have the cash to spend. Thus, the balance sheet is balanced. You need to buy a computer for your new business. The cash in your assets decreases, but your new computer asset helps balance this. As you sell to your customers, your profits are recorded as retained earnings in the equity section. The cash from these profits is recorded in the asset section, and the sheet remains balanced. Every month you make a loan payment to the bank. Your liability is reduced by the amount of the payment, and your cash is reduced by the same amount. If at any point you need to find out your business's worth, go back to the formula from before. Assets minus liabilities equals equity. Get a rebranded version of this video, along with many others today, at clickvid.com.
Okay. That's the introduction for SOFPI. What is actually discussing, or what is actually appear in the SOFPI is actually asset equal to liability plus equity. So that's the introduction part. What is actually we have to do? We have to, what is actually you should be able to gain, you should be able to get at the end of this lesson is actually you can explain the purpose of preparing statement of financial position. And the second one, you can prepare the statement of financial position from the information given in the trial balance. Okay. So what is actually SOFPI? Okay, the statement of financial position is like a snapshot of the business financial condition at the specific point in the time. Okay, snapshot ni maksudnya dia gambaran, gambaran terus. SOFPI ni adalah gambaran mengenai financial condition pada satu-satu tempoh tertentu. Okay, contohnya pada 31 Disember 2020. So itu adalah gambaran kedudukan kewangan Kedai Mesra Rakyat pada 31 Disember 2020. Itu maksud snapshot. Okay, so it's reports aside, apa yang dia akan tunjukkan, report aside, liability and owner equity. Okay, this is actually accounting equation. Accounting equation and SOFPI memang adik-beradik. Adik dengan abang lah, kembar. Okay, the statement is prepared to ensure the total of asset and total of equity and liability equals. Okay, kenapa statement ini dibuat? To ensure that the total asset of business equals to total liability and total equity. Okay, so that we already know the purpose of preparing SOFPI. How to prepare SOFPI? We have to know the format of SOFPI first. Okay, let's look the format SOFPI first. Okay, this is the format of SOFPI. Okay, this is the format of SOFPI. Sama juga macam format of spreadsheet, you kena faham. Cuma format SOFPI ni lebih mudah lah untuk you faham. Sebab kalau you ingat apa di accounting equation, sebab tu accounting equation yang Madam bagi tahu, accounting equation yang you kena hafal satu je, asset equal to liability plus owner equity. Item-item yang berada di bawah asset, item-item yang di bawah liability and owner equity, yang itu you kena faham. Okay, so kalau you dah faham accounting equation, you already know, you already understand carefully with the extended accounting equation, that's easier for you to understand, to remember the format of SOFPI here. Sangat mudah untuk you faham dan hafal format ni. Okay, let's look the format. Okay, at the top, same goes with the spreadsheet. We have the title, name of business, title of the statement, and the date of statement. Okay, what the difference with the title from spreadsheet and SOFPI? Spreadsheet, statement of profit or loss at for the year ended. Okay, bagi tahun berakhir, for the year ended. But for SOFPI, as at. The word is as at, pada. Sebab tu kita kata snapshot, kedudukan kewangan pada tarikh tersebut. Tapi kalau spreadsheet, pada tahun berakhir. Pada satu tahun tu berapa dia punya net profit. From the 1st January 2020 until 31st December 2020, Okay, daripada 12 bulan period tu, sebab tu dia panggil for the year ended. Okay, bagi tahun berakhir tu berapa dia punya net profit atau net loss. That's ProCI. But post office as at pada tarikh tersebut. Pada 31 Disember 2016 ni, berapa sebenarnya kedudukan kewangan Kedai Mesra Rakyat Enterprise? That's Shopee. Sebab tu dia menggunakan perkataan as at, bukan for the year ended. So maksudnya as at tu you akan tahu, okay, pada hari ini 31st December 2016, that is the non-current asset of Kedai Mesra Rakyat. That is a current asset for Kedai Mesra Rakyat, for equity and also for the liability. Alright. So we also have a 4 column. Okay, ada 4 column here. 4 column of the statement of financial position. First column is the for particulars. The third column is actually for amount. Okay. So the first column is actually untuk break down the non-current asset punya particulars. Non-current asset, we have a cost value for non-current asset. We have accumulated depreciation value and we have net book value or net carrying value. Net book value ataupun nama lain dia, others name dia adalah net carrying value. So macam mana dah dapat net book value ni? Cost minus accumulated depreciation equals to net book value. Okay. For non-current asset, kita akan start dengan non-current asset. Dia asset, warna biru ni adalah asset. Kalau nampak biru gelap tu adalah dia punya asset tetap atau non-current asset. Biru cair tu adalah current asset, aset yang cair, sebab tu mereka gelap dengan cair tu. Okay, warna hijau tu adalah dia punya owner equity, the green part is owner equity, the orange part is the liability. Orange part liability ada dua, which is long term liability, okay, and also current liability. Okay, so we go first to the non-current liability first, non-current asset first. We have motor vehicles, cost ni yang kita belilah 175,000, historical cost, berapa kita beli, harga asal. So as we know, okay, after this we will learn about the depreciation. What is depreciation? As actually what we call in Malay susut nilai. Motor vehicle, for example, kita beli van hari ini 175,000, besok kita nak jual, kita tak akan dapat 175,000 tu, dia akan reduce. Okay, that's we call accumulated depreciation. Dia reduce lah dia punya nilai tu. So ini adalah accumulated depreciation. So berapa sebenarnya dia punya book value, nilai buku dia 105,000. Same goes to feature fittings. Cost minus accumulated depreciation 12,000 equal to 18,000. So net book value ni, okay, when you want to check how to calculate this figure, you can click that one. Okay, motor vehicle at cost 175,000 minus accumulated depreciation 70,000 equal to 105,000. Okay, so 122,000, 23,000 ni mana dapat? Total book value of motor vehicle and features and fitting. Right? Okay, so for current asset, we have inventory, we have account receivable, we have cash at bank, we have cash in hand. Okay, actually under account receivable, after we learn about provision for doubtful debts, okay, provision for discount allowed, we need to minus account receivable with that provision. But now I don't put the provision or the doubtful debts here, the discount allowed here, because we don't we didn't learn about the adjustment. Okay, but for depreciation I ask you because the explanation of depreciation is easiest to understand compared to doubtful debt and also discount allowance for discount allowed. Okay, that's why I will explain to you when we arrive at the topic of adjustment for account receivable. Okay, so actually net account receivable 105,400 is a net account receivable. Okay, after deducting all of the doubtful debt, discount allowed and so on. Okay, so what is the total of current asset? 163,065. This is total of current asset. What we have to do with the number 3 and number 4, we have to total up the asset. Non-current asset, number 3, and number 4 we have total up, and then we get number 5. Okay, this is total asset. Okay, this is total asset. 286,065. Alright. Okay, so owning equity, the next part is owning equity. Okay, owning equity. How we get this owning equity? We have the capital plus net profit. Net profit that we get from Splochi, net profit. If we get net loss, we put net loss here. But when net loss, negative sign, capital minus net loss. Net profit plus positive sign, capital plus net profit. And then what I have to do is less drawing. Okay, and then we get closing capital here. Number 7 is actually closing capital. Okay, 150,000 plus net profit minus drawing, then we get 207,060, 615. Alright, this is the closing capital. Okay, what we have to do with this closing capital, we have to add with all the liabilities. Long-term and short-term liability. Long-term and current liability. Long-term is actually for non-current liability. Okay, yang mana liability we have to pay back more than one accounting period. So contoh dia adalah long-term loan. 30,000, and then we have current liability, hutang-hutang yang we have to pay back within one accounting year. Okay, tak sampai 1 tahun. Accounts payable, we have bank overdraft, we have short-term loan. Okay, yang mana hutang-hutang yang we have to pay back within one accounting year, then it's under current liability. So number 7, okay, tambah dengan all the liability, and then we get 286,065 total equity and liability. Okay, you perasan atau tidak, sama total 268,000 sama dengan total asset 268,065. Nilai number 8 ni nilai dia sama dengan number 5. Memang kena sama. Okay, ada apa-apa soalan tentang format? Jam dah 8.29. Okay, untuk DIA 1B you boleh move kepada kelas Introduction to Business. DIA 1A kena stay. For DIA 1B, okay, after this same goes to statement of Splochi. Before this, that we have activity and we have a quizzes. Okay, in this articulate link, you have to do the activities, and also you have to answer all the question in the quizzes. Okay, screenshot your answers, and then you have to upload in the Google form. Okay, thank you for the IA1B. Okay, the IA1A, you have to stay. Alright. Yes. The IA1B, boleh. Madam izinkan. Any question you want to ask, you will ask in this afternoon or tomorrow when your classes. Okay, alright. Okay, alright. Okay, boleh. Okay, 1A, we proceed. Okay, 1A. Okay. Okay, next is a format of soft P activity. Okay. Okay, I've give you 1 second. 1 second. 1 minute. Okay, to open this link. Okay, if you have to drive lah, to what we call to device. Kalau you ada 2 device, ada laptop, ada handphone ada 2. Okay, satu buat buka YouTube, ataupun you boleh buat 2 screen kan. You boleh split screen kan, satu handphone tu. Satu lagi you buka link, you buat aktiviti sekarang. Okay, buat aktiviti ni. What we have to do, inventory you masukkan. Okay, dia masuk bawah mana? Inventory masuk dalam current asset ke liability? Buat sekarang. Link tu Oh, I think I should give this link in the comment of YouTube. Okay, I give you 2 minutes to done the activities. Okay. This is the link for Sophie and Splotchy. I already copy paste at the comment here. Current asset in inventory or inventory icon. Inventory. Finish. Okay, done. Wani done. Siapa lagi yang done? Who else done? Baru Wani je ke? Finish. Syazwani finish. Fatihah finish. Nadia. Wani done. Yohanis done. Adriana done. Okay, this is the link for Shopee. When kalau nak buat, boleh klik dekat link ni, boleh ataupun ambil gambar dulu, nanti type satu-satu. Okay, siapa lagi done? Okay, okay, Akmal done. Okay, good. Alright, okay, kita tengok. Okay, so inventory is under current asset, capital, owner, equity, long term loan. Lupa Media nak tanya, siapa yang dapat full mark? Okay, type dekat komen. Siapa yang dapat full betul semua? Type dekat komen nanti Megan tengok. Long term loan is under liability. Accounts payable under liability. Okay. Motor vehicles, accounts payable under, sorry, dia ada lagi satu ni kat bawah. Betul lah, accounts payable under liability. Alright, motor vehicle, non-current asset. Okay, building also non-current asset. Features and fitting also non-current asset. Bank is under current asset. Cash, current asset. Net profit and net loss on equity. Drawing is drawing. Where is drawing? Where is drawing? Under owner equity. Account receivable under current asset or non-current. Current asset or non-current. Current asset. Good. 12/12. Siapa yang betul semua? Siapa yang betul semua? Akmal. Okay, good. Lagi? 12/12. Siapa yang betul semua? Akmal seorang? Akmal je? Yang lain salah? Berapa salah? Siapa dapat 11/12? 10/12? Saya, Adriana ni saya. Saya ni apa? Betul semua. Wani 10/12. Okay, good try. Good job. Eddie. Eddie ni berapa ni? Mi tu berapa? 10/10, 10/12. Ain 10/12. Okay, good. Good try Ain. Okay. Wani, Adriana, Wani berapa Wani? Saya ni 12/12. Fatihah 11/12. Okay, good. Yohanis, good try 9/12. Boleh cuba sampai tadi dapat 12/12. Okay. Alright. Faiz Hakim, saya ni berapa dapat? 12/12. Okay, good. Okay, very good. Okay, next we continue. You probably AD 11/12. Okay, good AD. Okay, next. Okay, proceed. Okay, this is how to prepare soft P. Okay, how to prepare soft P. The step number 1 sama je macam splotchy tadi. Dia pilih pula. Okay. Kita tengok Dia pilih sekarang ni. Tak ada suara langsung yang ni. Dia pilih okay, what item yang akan masuk dalam soft P. Kalau tadi item ni tak terpilih kan? Masa pilih splotchy. So sebenarnya you tak payahlah pilih lagi sebab you already choose the item yang masuk dalam splotchy. So item yang tertinggal yang you tak pilih tu adalah item yang masuk dalam soft P lah, of course akan masuk dalam soft P. Okay, ataupun you kalau if you have two color of highlighter, kalau tadi warna hijau, ini buatlah warna biru ke pink ke, okay. So nanti warna hijau tu adalah untuk masuk splotchy, warna pink ni adalah untuk masuk soft P. Okay. Jangan highlightkan semua warna yang sama, nanti you tak tahu. Okay, ini adalah proses untuk memilih mana-mana account yang akan masuk dalam soft P. Semua ni lah yang dipilih ni. Dia sebenarnya video ni ada suara tapi tak clear. Tapi bila you buka dekat device you menggunakan link tu, you boleh dengar nanti. Okay. So, madam cepatkan. So ni lah dia. Dia dah pilih dah. Ada berapa item. Yang sebelah kanan semua tak terpilih sebab itu semua masuk dalam splotchy. So ni capital, motor vehicle at cost, features and fitting, accumulated depreciation, cash in hand, cash at bank, accounts payable, account receivable, long term loan and closing inventory. Closing inventory ni special dia ada dua-dua. Dia ada kat splotchy, dia pun ada dekat soft P. Okay. So step 2. Step 2 ni. Step 2 ni madam ada color pula dekat ni. Okay, tak apa. Step 2 ni we akan transfer dekat format. Kalau you perasan format ni sama macam format tadi sebab apa warna dia sama. Biru gelap, biru cair, warna hijau, warna orange sebab madam menggunakan teknik warna-warni ni supaya you senang nak faham, senang nak ingat. Biru gelap tu adalah aset tetap. Biru cair tu adalah aset yang cair lah, current asset. Okay. Current asset tu aset semasa. Kenapa madam letak biru cair? Sebab dia mudah cair. Apa maksud mudah cair? Duit cair je kan, sekejap je bertukar ni. Compact tu lah motor vehicle tu kurang sikit cair dia. Dia tetap, dia tak cair. Okay, so what we have to do is now we transfer motor vehicle punya cost, tolak dengan accumulated depreciation. Okay, ambil je dekat dia punya trial balance tu. Berapa? Dia punya 70,000. Okay. 175,000 minus 70,000, so equal to, tolak kan 175 minus 70, we get 105,000. Okay. So next, features and fittings. Cost dia berapa? 30,000. Cost 30,000. So kita tolakkan dengan minus accumulated depreciation of fixtures and fittings 12,000. So equal to 18,000. This is net book value for features and fittings. Okay, next we have to record, we have to write down here under current asset. Okay, total out first, sorry. Total out first, the non-current asset. So non-current asset total 123,000. Next, we go to the current asset. Okay, closing inventory, the additional information 30,500. Closing inventory ni ada dekat dua-dua. Dia ada dekat Splochi, dia pun ada dekat Softpi. Account receivable, how much the account receivable? 105,400. This is net account receivable. Cash at bank and cash in hand 10,000, and also we have 17,165. Put here. Okay, cash at bank. Okay, so total of current asset, we have to total up all the current asset. Okay, how much total of current asset? We put here 163,065. And then what we have to do is we have to total up of non-current asset and then with the current asset. And then we arrive at the first amount of the statement of financial position yang kita kena balance. Warna purple ni yang memang kena balance. Kena sama. 268,065. Now we go to the owner equity parts. We put the capital amount 152,500 here. And then we plus net profit. Net profit, this figure with same figure in the Splochi, 56,365. Then minus drawing. Okay, our drawing is 20,000. Where is drawing? 1,255. Drawing is 1,255. Minus the drawing 1,250. Okay. So our closing capital is 207,650. Okay, so next we will we will record it in the long-term liability parts. We have long-term loans 60,000, 30,000, and we have current liability. Okay, under accounts payable, we have 48,450, and then we have total out all the equity plus liability. We get 286,065. Okay, balance our balance sheet or our statement of financial position. Warna purple tu sama. Purple dengan purple. Total asset must be equal to total equity plus liability. Okay, so before we move to the next activity, let's answer this question. You have to answer this question Okay, after this, after we end the YouTube live session, same goes to the quiz part here. You also have to answer all this quiz. Okay, okay, lesson 7/7. Okay, ada berapa soalan dekat quiz ni? Start quiz. Ada 5 soalan Uh, consists of 5 question you have to answer, and then you have to submit the question, your answer in the Google form that I will given to you after this end of video. Okay, any question you want to ask class for Sprochi and for Sophie? Ada nak tanya? Anyone of you? Okay. Kalau tak ada, madam nak tanya soalan. Siapa dapat jawab soalan ni? First jawab soalan ni dan betul, madam akan bagi markah 1 marks bonus. Okay, what is the question? Okay, apa soalan madam adalah, what is the purpose we preparing statement of financial position? Why we prepare statement of financial position? Kenapa? Siapa orang yang pertama jawab type dan betul, madam nak bagi markah. Why we prepare statement of financial position? Why we prepare soft pay? Why business prepare soft pay? Okay, we assume we are running a business. Why we have to prepare soft pay? Kenapa kita kena buat soft pay? Anyone of you? Before we end the YouTube live session, I will give 1 marks bonus. Come on, come on. Class, I'm still waiting for the answers. Adriana, okay, your answer to know the business financial condition at the specific point in the time. Okay, good. To know the financial condition, business financial condition. Okay, snapshot of business financial position or business financial condition. Okay, at the specific point of time. Okay, very good, Adriana. Okay, so 1 marks bonus to you, Adriana. Okay, okay, I also try. Okay, let's look at the answer. To show the financial position of business, apa tu, business in okay, kita terlaju sangat. In terms of asset, liability and capital at the certain date. So we can accept, okay. Ain pun boleh, okay. Walaupun dia ada typing error dekat situ. Alright, to show a financial position of the business in terms of asset, liability and capital in the certain date. Syazwani, to know the business financial condition, okay. Financial condition bila tak tepat, okay. Wani, you can add the specific point of date, okay. Dia kena ada. Dina Syafika to show the financial position of the business in terms of liability capital at certain date. Okay, good. Okay, good answer. List down the amount of asset and liability and equity. Ada Haikal. Okay, but it's not, dia kurang tepat. It's not accurate because you tak letak perkataan at the specific time of period. Okay. Okay, 2 lah. Yang terawal tadi madam bagi Adriana dengan Akmal. Yang lain-lain yang cuba menjawab ni, yang madam komen ni, okay, boleh dapat 0.5. Hasif assess the position of business in terms of financial stability of the potential risk. Okay, boleh juga. Nadia, to know business financial position consists of the asset, liability and all activity on the accounts period It's not period at the certain period. Dia kena bukan dia sepanjang masa dia hanya specific date. Kalau tarikh hari ni lah. Good try. Nadia, yang lain-lain ni boleh dapat half mark. Snapshot business financial condition, okay, boleh. Ainul, to know business financial condition, cost of liability at certain date, okay, good. Okay, cuma lambat. Okay, kita bagi 0.5 markah. Okay, yang mana yang jawab yang medium dah naikkan dia punya komen ni, dapat 0.5. Adriana dengan Ain tadi dapat 1 marks. Okay, kelas. Kalau tak ada apa-apa, kita punya kelas setakat ini saja. Okay, dapat 0.5. Okay, banyak tu, ingat sikit. Okay, alright. Okay, kita stop kita punya kelas dengan bacaan tasbih kifarah dengan surah Wal. Okay, class. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.